Hi, I'm Joe Walensky, and I'm the program manager for Seattle's annual user experience conference called ConveyUX, and that's produced by BlinkUX. It's going into our 7th annual running of this event. It's coming up March 11th, 12th, and 13th. I got a chance to speak to our many great presenters that will be giving all the great content at the conference. Today, I am speaking with Shayna Atkins. Hello, Shayna. How are you doing today?
Hi, Joe. It's so good to talk on the line with you today.
Well, I'm speaking from Blink's Seattle office. Where are you talking to us from?
I am talking to you from Houston at a client of mine in oil and gas.
Well, it's good to have you as part of the program. Maybe we could start by you talking a little bit about your background and the types of things that you're involved with.
For sure. So my background, I am a founder and Agile coach. And what I really, really love to do is to build products that customers love in the most efficient way possible. And that has landed me in the product development world in multi like very big IT and transformations all the way to working with startups to kind of build their prototype products. So that's a little bit about myself. I'm from Chicago and I love all things deep dish pizza and good brunch.
Well, what's a day in the life for you like? I know you do a lot of project work, but what types of things are you regularly involved in doing?
Yes. So I spend most of my time leading agile transformations at large and small organizations. Basically, what that looks like is how do we get to high performing teams, cross-functional autonomous teams that can work together to build great products. That's bringing together functional skills across development, software, and digital. User experience and design, product expertise and subject matter experts in various areas. I do that across a number of industries. So you can find me in financial services, in oil and gas, in a number of different areas. So that's what I do most of the time. And then I also have founder stuff, right? So I work with my small cross-functional team and just figure out what is ATCO going to do to make a drop in this world.
Well, we're going to talk about your topics in a minute, but is there anything new and exciting going on in your world? Any things that you're particularly excited about right now?
Yeah, so I am really excited about all things women in tech. I think that it is a very exciting time to be in technology right now. We have, a lot of things coming. There's hot topics around emerging technologies such as machine learning and artificial intelligence. And as those things are happening, and as I'm part of these large transformations as an agile coach and thinking about what do high performing teams look like, I want to make sure that I do my part in leaving a seat at the table for women, right? So I spend my kind of extracurricular time hosting a brunch community in Chicago, which is where I'm originally from, called Queen's Brunch. And what we do is we bring together women from all walks of life, and we talk about what does it look like to have backgrounds in technology, whether those skills are, deep tech, whether it's, tech adjacent, and just really like how do we take up space in this very exciting industry.
And you mentioned a couple of things that you do there, but what are some of the challenges that you encounter, and what are some of the things that you find you're able to help move things forward?
Yeah, so I think that it's Good, because as a founder, I do have the opportunity to talk to a lot of my own clients, and then I have amazing partners who I've worked with. And what we really try to do is one, just start the conversation and have a conversation about what it means to be a woman in technology. But beyond that, we also try to upskill women in various areas. And so right now, I think we're at almost $200,000 in increased earnings for women, just in by like training. It could be things in agility, which is my specialty, scrum master, that sort of thing, but also user experience, digital marketing, just kind of really focusing on what it means to skill up and take space, and that really has an impact on lives. So we're hoping to get to $1 million impact by 2020.
Well, we all appreciate your efforts with that. There's certainly still a lot of challenges there, and somebody that's been involved in doing conferences, that's something that we always try to pay attention to as well, and make sure that we have appropriate representation of women up at the front of the room for the conferences and on panels and such. Well, let's talk a little bit about the sessions that you're going to be doing at the conference. So you're going to be doing two parts to it. One is a short session. We can talk about that one first. So the title for that is Lean Agile Optimization Explained. So explain a little bit about what we can expect from that.
Yeah, so with that session, I think a lot of times the big conversation of now is, what does agility look like at scale in large enterprises? And I think it's, the point of view is that lean agile combined, right? And achieving lean agile optimization is the way to really kind of scale the best of agility in companies. So I I think this topic is really going to be about how do we simplify the language around what lean agile means, and focus on efficiency and high performing teams. And some of the things I'm going to cover are, what are the 8 wastes in product development, right? How do you create a customer journey, and what does that mean as a lean activity, right? What is just in time design look like? How do self-organized, high-performing autonomous teams increase flow? So just really kind of marrying the topics of agility with lean, and kind of digging deep a little bit in each of those areas to talk about, okay, what does this look like, and how can we bring it to our organization?
Well, you're going to continue on with the Agile topic as part of one of our half-day workshops, and so those are included with registration, so everybody gets the opportunity to pick out a couple of those. And yours is titled, What Really Happens When Agile Meets User Experience? So what can we see in that one?
Yes, I'm really excited about this topic. This is actually going to be, workshop style and interactive. And this topic is really focused on kind of real world examples of what happens when we can use the best of design thinking, user research, and lean user experience to create products customer love. For the user researchers out there, I know that designing and kind of doing the necessary research is absolutely critical. But when you're working with agile teams, the development processes are actually very similar, but sometimes they can collide, right? So I'm going to give real world examples of, how I've worked on product teams and how we best, kind of built solutions and worked well with both designers, agilists, and team members to create really cool things. We're going to talk about use case scenarios. We're actually going to go through 2 examples. We're going to talk about what design thinking meets agile process, and just various ways that you can actually implement working across design thinking and agility. So I'm really excited about this topic, and I'm having a lot of fun putting together the activity.
Well, I also wanted to mention that you're going to be taking care of managing our panel for our networking session that's open to everyone in the Puget Sound area. We call that our Puget Sound UX Super Meetup, and that happens every year. And it's open to the general public in the evening during conference week. And you're going to be with a panel that includes Jamie Levy, Danielle Jones, Stan Klein, Sarah Cambridge, and we'll be talking about the state of UX for roles, skills, and opportunities. So we're looking forward to having you part of that as well.
Yeah, I really look forward to moderating that conversation. I think it's so important to have conversations like this.
Well, we're happy to have you in the program, and we'll look forward to seeing you when you visit Seattle in a few months.